About. Yo, 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 what is up, everybody, and welcome to the 16th episode of the Deadly Nutter Butter Podcast. Yes, 16. That's like 16 weeks, sort of in a row, you know. We living it up, though. We living it up. It's, damn, hope you're all doing well. If you're new here, this is a podcast where I basically talk about me and technology that I like and entertainment stories that I thought were interesting and sort of mini reviews here and there. And, it's pretty much laid back, I don't know. I don't want to say chill podcast, but it's what it is, I don't know what to tell you about it. But yeah, so we up here just, talking shit. I don't know what to say about it. It's a fun little thing I do. I don't know. But shit. It's been a good week. It's been a good week on at least on stream, at least for my stream. It's been really popping lately, really setting off all sorts of places. I never would have thought I'd be where I'm at right now. I've done a ton of work sort of on the illustrations and not illustrations, emotes. Well, illustrating emotes. How dare you? Illustrating emotes. And let me tell you, that's not too bad to do. I kind of like that a lot. It's fun. I see a lot. Obviously, you can do what you want, but I see people who purchase, not necessarily purchase, but who contracted. I don't want to say contracted out either. Who go on Fiverr. I want to do the long way of saying. Go on Fiverr and look for people to make their emotes for them. That's obviously fine. It works. Like I'm pretty sure a lot of people do that. A lot of streamers do that. But for me, I don't know. I was like, okay, well, I could without a doubt. And no one would shame me for it without or anything like that. But I could go on a Fiverr and just pay somebody to make emotes for me and be done with it. But no, I was like, I need a challenge. Because so far, all the graphics that I've made on my channel, on my stream, were made by me and pictures I found on unsplash.com. That's just a site where you can buy, or not buy, but use photos for free and no problem at all, whatever. But yeah, I've been, like wanting to do more graphic type stuff in my, I guess just in general, just as a challenge, to see if I can do it. And you know what? Damn, I could still do it. I still got it, baby. It is working. It worked well. Like, I was kind of shocked at how well some of these emotes looked after I was done with them. Like, I'm not saying they're perfect by any means. Like my own little Deadly Nutter Butter Reaper thing that I got going on. It's definitely got some problems, and like I might look for somebody to make it a little bit better and maybe, I don't know, improve upon like whatever foundation that I set. Because like, there's like little details that in his robes that I like to be added, and his hands are kind of junky, but it's overall, I think it's like 80% done, sort of, that thing. But like the other 20%, I don't know how to do and make it look, I don't know, well. So I'm not going to try. But, for the most part, pretty happy with it. I think it worked out well. And then I got my little loyalty badges, which are, they're basically coins with coffins on them. I don't know why. Like I have like this very contrasty of themes going on here. Like I have like this vaporwave, chillax type theme, and then I got the ultimate chillax theme, death. And it's just kind of, I don't know which one to go with. I don't think it matters really. I don't know. I'm just having fun with it, and I guess that's the best I can do with it. To see where it goes. I guess I think I've been asked that a couple times actually. What do I want out of Twitch? And that's it's kind of a hard question to answer, because I don't even know really. I don't even know what it is. Like I know obviously I know what Twitch is, but like I don't know what I myself personally want out of it, because I just started doing it for fun. Like I know I talk about this a lot, but like I just didn't go into it with the mindset of trying to make money. I just wanted to have fun and maybe meet some people and just broadcast shit. I mean, that's all it was. That's all I wanted to do, was just have a little fun, do little bits here and there. Somebody sent me a screenshot of the time I held a funeral for my mouse, like my computer mouse that died on me. So I had a little funeral ceremony for it, and it was very sad. and it's got. Anyways, so like small stuff like that I tried to do and be fun about it, and that's whatever. It's whatever. I'm not saying it was good. I'm not saying it was a good bit. I'm just saying it was fun to at least try to do something. And same thing with the celebration thing that I did when I made the affiliate status. What was that last Tuesday? Shit, that was last Tuesday. Right on. So yeah, I did a little celebration bit thing, and it wasn't the greatest thing in the world. It is weird because like in my mind I see it going so much better, but then want to go act it out. It's poopy. It's garbage. It's not good. But it's whatever, like I don't know. I'm going back to the question, what do I want? I don't know. I really don't know. I know whatever I have, I think it's working. I got my viewership is up, which is awesome. Fucking love that. I love all the people that come out and just talk it up with me. I've met a lot of freaking amazing people as well, just by playing Division. Never got that at all in Destiny 2. But to be fair, I never got rated in Destiny 2. But a lot of good people I've met in Division 2. Mr. Cools, top of the mind there. Oh yeah, T-Boner, or he also goes by that one fat guy. He also changed his name to Shadow Knight, I believe, on Twitch. He's been super fucking helpful on Division 2, teaching me a bunch of stuff. And it makes it a lot easier going through it and having somebody there talking to me. I don't know, it's just like this weird learning thing I have. But I can't just, I know there's a lot of guides on YouTube about Division builds and what to look for in gear. But I watch it, I'm like, wow, I didn't learn a fucking thing in that. I just like learning better when I'm like, okay, I'm at my computer, just show me the shit and then tell me what to do. And then I'm able to get it pretty quickly after that. Not obviously the best, but shit, you got to make mistakes to learn sometimes. And I definitely did that in the Division. I was like, oh, you know what? This piece will work here. And then I didn't think, I thought one step ahead, but there was another step ahead I didn't think about. And that step ahead, it didn't ruin my character in Division at all, but it was like, oh, I guess I can't really do that now. Never mind. I'm an idiot. I take it all back. I regret all the decisions right now. But yeah, we got I don't know, maybe, shit, I should probably know this, but I think 3 or 4 subs just in this week alone, which is fantastic. You guys are insane, which is pretty freaking cool. To me, at least. I don't know. I never thought I'd be here. This is kind of cool. This is new for me. I'm just being me, This is obviously the stupidest and most cliche, advice I see all the time. Just be yourself. Just be yourself. No one's themselves on Twitch, though. Not really. There's always something they're not revealing or something they're hiding or amplifying. And there's definitely that. I'm definitely doing that without a doubt. Here on this podcast, the way you hear me talk, you never see it outside of this. You'll never see it outside of Twitch. It is just for this media. It is just for this media. Because I'm very not talkative at all outside of this place. No, just leave me alone. I'm not going to talk to you. You don't talk to me. We cool. It's not like I don't want to know you. It's not like I don't have anything to say. It's just, I don't know what to talk about. I just don't know. It's different. It's weird. I don't know. It's just, you have another person sitting there and they're looking at you and actually you can tell they're listening. And it's holy shit, they're actually listening. And then I get nervous because, they're waiting for me to say something. I don't know. I don't want to say provocative, but something that invokes, critical thinking, anything, just anything, any sort of intelligence. And I'm an idiot and just with a mouth that can move and formulate words. That's what I am. And shit, that's about it. It's just a weird thing. I don't know. I honestly, I don't know what I want really out of this platform. I definitely feel partner and doing a full-on career in Twitch is a very it's flirting with danger. It's definitely flirting with danger hard, especially now, because so many people now have the ability to stream. It is so easy for anybody to do. people with phones can do it. Just start doing whatever. I mean, obviously especially in the gaming. Oh, I have okay. I just remembered something. In the gaming field of streaming, there's nothing really new to do. It's all been done. Like, obviously I put little bits and I don't want to say sketches, but little fun things at the beginning, or I haven't even tried the middle yet, but just try to do some things different for my stuff that I really haven't seen outside of the gaming, haven't really seen done. So that's what I try to do. I'm not saying it's helping at all. Like, the funeral bit, I had like one person watching and he left. It wasn't even like a normal, wasn't somebody that usually comes around. But I don't know. I don't know if it's even like, I don't want to say valuable. Not the word's valuable, but though I don't think streaming on Twitch right now as a full-time career, or even pursuing it as a full-time career, is definitely not the play, because they're like, the gaming side of streaming is huge, as well as the just chatting, and this is so heavily saturated. There's no way. I don't think I can do anything that hasn't been done before and not even better. Like, a lot of people put a lot of time into their streams, and most of those people, they don't get recognized at all. Like, the top streamers out there right now, who are they? Tim Tapman, Summits, Dr. Disrespect. I'm just naming people at this point. I guess Ninja, Shroud, I guess. I would, if you're just going off numbers, I would argue probably not them, but whatever. Oh, XQC. You go to their stream, they're not doing anything much at all, except for Dr. Disrespect. I take that back. He actually puts on a little show there. He does a really good job with that aspect of his stream. And like, when you see other people do characters and stuff on their stream, like, I cannot not think about Disrespect in that regard. It's like, okay, well, you're trying to do something that's similar to what he does, but different. It's not like a ripoff or anything, but at the same time, it's not necessarily super different. It's just putting on a different look for the person's stream. I'm not saying, like, and unfortunately, it's not my taste. It's not my cup of tea to watch characters or people in character stream. I don't watch Disrespect a whole lot, and it's whatever. I just don't care for the character. I don't care for the characters. Obviously, it's working for a lot of people. It's fine. Like, it's whatever. It's just not my thing. And I like seeing I like seeing someone be themselves. And obviously, a person in a character is not themselves. And some people like seeing characters play, games or put on a show while they play games. That's fine. There's no winner in this at all. That's what I'm trying to get at. But anyways, being myself on Twitch, it's whatever. Like, it's been done a bazillion, gazillion, thousand times over and over and over. And, there's a lot of people out there who are themselves on Twitch and do it very well. But I think they don't get the numbers either. Like, I'm not saying I'm as good as them, but take me out of the equation. There's a lot of good streamers out there who deserve higher numbers and just aren't getting them. Why is that? Because it's fucking saturated to the tits. And I see this advice a lot. It's like, you gotta create a YouTube channel, you gotta create an Instagram, you gotta do this, you gotta do that, you gotta get your name out there. Your advice is go from an already saturated market, Twitch, to YouTube, an extremely saturated market, to get noticed. It doesn't make sense. Like, obviously, your discoverability on Twitch is even worse on Twitch than it is on YouTube. But it's two different platforms. It's almost like two different mediums at that point as well, because YouTube is, there's people who do very high quality video content on there with editing and sound mixing and everything. They put on a lot of work. And then Twitch, it depends on what you do, but you might not be putting that much work. So your videos on YouTube are going to be probably different than Twitch. And maybe that's fine, but you're trying to grow on two different platforms and then trying to merge them together. It doesn't work that way. They don't come together. They, if anything, they go farther apart. Because there are a couple of streamers who have a strong YouTube account or YouTube following and produce really good YouTube videos and content, but on Twitch, it's not the same. It's not the same content at all. It's very different. Now, obviously, variety is the spice of life, but most people now don't want variety. They want the same thing over and over and over and over. Shit, I think what was that? Tim Tatman went on a nice little rant about something like that, talking about how dare he switch games and play Valorant when Fortnite made his career, and then people said the same thing when he switched to Overwatch or went from Overwatch. It just, people like going to places that have the same content is all I'm trying to say. And like these streamers who have YouTube account, it's very different. It's very different. And like, for some people, I do like both. I do like both their contents, but for some people, they expect, if they find them in YouTube first, and then they go to Twitch and watch them there, they might not like their content on Twitch because it's not like their YouTube content. So it's just like, you're not improving. I mean, obviously there will be other people who do fine, but it almost seems like the amount of work to grow on YouTube and on Twitch, it kind of like it's almost counterintuitive. Like, if you're gonna pick one platform to grow on, focus on that platform only. But what do I know? I got lucky with me. I got lucky with me. I got lucky. I got rated twice now, and it's awesome. Like, I did barely anything except for produce. I mean, look at this podcast, for example. It's not great. It's fun to do. I like doing it. I know there are people out there who do listen to it. I can tell by the views, and on Anchor, I can tell that this does get out there to certain people, but I haven't seen an increase in my numbers, or at least I haven't seen people from the podcast come to Twitch yet. And that's obviously fine. That's fine. I'm not expecting people to, this is like, oh, this guy also does this, I'm gonna go to that. But the podcast is very, very different from my Twitch content. It's very different, and maybe it's supposed to be different. I don't know. Maybe some people are like, hey, I like this guy's podcast. I like the way he talks. I like the way he sounds. I like his, thoughts and opinions. Oh, I guess I'll go check him out on Twitch, and I'm making poop jokes on Twitch. So, it's odd. It's odd. But I did follow the advice, obviously. I started a podcast thing to hopefully garnish somebody out there who's listening, no idea, into coming and watching me on Twitch. Like I said, I don't know if it worked or not, but it's weird. It's weird. It's advice that I think it just circulates, and because it circulates, people think it's a good idea, and it's not necessarily the best idea. I'd say, honestly, if you're just starting out on Twitch and you're like, you know what, I think I'd like to try this as a career, put all your effort into Twitch and maybe Twitter, because you're not going to get anywhere else without those two. Because I only say Twitter because it's a good place to, I guess, talk to other creators or other people who stream on Twitch, and maybe from them, like, it's like networking, obviously, is what I'm trying to say. Just be able to network with other people who play similar games, and you can obviously maybe get some views that way, get some people to, I don't know, you create a clan, like a Division 2, create a clan with a couple of people you met on Twitter, or friends even. They watch you on Twitch, you get some viewership there. There's ways to go about it, but at the same time, you're not guaranteed it. You're not, and like, it's hard, because like it's fun to do, without a doubt. I think it'd be an awesome, if it was even remotely possible to pursue this as a career at all. And like, I keep talking like I don't have a career or a job, but it would be so freaking cool just to come on here and entertain people with whatever the fuck I say. Because like, honestly, I think when it comes to Twitch, it's not the game that matters. It's the broadcaster. It's the person playing the game and talking, and he makes the stream. He makes it obviously he makes a stream. He is or they, I should say, they are the reason why people come back. And it's never the game. It's never the game. But unfortunately, the game does draw in people because if you're playing a game that no one's watching, no one's gonna come watch you, and no one's gonna search for that game. Like I had an idea of doing, I have a Dreamcast still, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna hook this up to the computer somehow and stream old Dreamcast games. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of viewership for old games like that. Like there's definitely a retro thing or category on Twitch, but there's not. It's like really obvious retro games that people like and enjoy watching, and not necessarily what I would call. I mean, it is retro, but at the same time, I don't think people care if it was Dreamcast or not. That type of deal. So, yeah, and there's the one thing I don't like about, I guess, trying to pursue a career on Twitch is the idea that it's basically your whole career, your whole job security is basically upheld and by viewers and donating and subscribing to your stuff. Now, if it's good stuff, great, but at the same time, when you're just starting out, it's hard to really know if what I'm producing is good and, I don't know, viable as a career. It might not be. It probably isn't. I'm just dreaming here, but it's just weird at the same time to have people, like obviously there's, in a regular job, I guess you have your boss and the supervisors, and they all, what am I trying to say here? They're what makes you get your paycheck, I guess. Without them, you don't get paid. And, whatever. It's fine. I guess it's a way of doing things. It's probably better than relying on people donating money. Like, I guess that's what I'm trying to say. If you work at a job, you work at a company, and you're guaranteed this much money every other week or every month, or if your salary, it doesn't matter. But with Twitch, you're relying on people to, I don't know, pay your bills, sort of. And that's a bad way of maybe putting it, but still, it's kind of like that feeling like, you lose viewers, you stop seeing people come in. At what point do they stop becoming people and just, I don't know, money at that point? Like I don't know the threshold. I haven't been there myself, but I've seen streams when they have a couple hundred people in it, and all of a sudden it declines very rapidly to, I don't know, 60 viewers on average, concurrent viewership. And it's just like, you see them panicking. They're switching games rapidly. Like one day they're streaming this game, next day they're streaming this game, the next day they're streaming this game. They can't keep on one game for very long. And like, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that don't do a variety of games. I'm saying stick to one game for a couple weeks at least. At least have a little bit of steady foundation in what you're playing, if what you're going to do is games. Now, obviously, it sucks if someone comes in and like, hey, I really like this game, and all of a sudden he switches to a different game, even though he's been playing that one game for 4 weeks straight. Sucks when that happens, but whatever. And I see him panicking, and he's going from game to game to game to game to game, and then he'll do like a just chatting stream, and they ask for, the followers and subscribers to provide him videos to watch with his followers and subscribers. It's like, what the fuck, dude? What are you doing? And I guess that's what really annoys me about Twitch right there. That right there kind of annoys me. And like, obviously there's not a lot of, I don't know. There probably is a lot of streamers out there that do that, but I personally don't see that as a content creator, I guess. And I see it on a lot of channels. A lot of channels with, a little bit of like with enough viewership to get to affiliate. And they all have their little tip jar at the bottom. It's like, oh, if you like the stream and you enjoy it, please support me so I can continue on producing great content. It's like, you don't even have a YouTube thing here, my man. You're not producing anything at all. Like, if anything, Twitch is a glorified reaction channel. Like, there's obviously people on the platform that do really good job at producing a show, like outside of the gaming stuff. There's people like Kit Boga, for example. He puts on a whole show and it's fantastic. It's really good. Like, goddamn, it's all live. It's fantastic to watch. It's the first, well, that's at least the first one that I've seen that, you know, actually looks like a show. I'm not saying that you need to watch every single episode to understand what's going on or anything, but he produces something that a lot of other people are not doing. And there's a lot of drama to it. There's a lot of comedy to it. There's a lot of improvisation. There's skill in that. There's a whole thing. And then you got somebody on the opposite end of the spectrum that's just playing a game and reacting to things that's happening around them. Like, what would you donate to? What would you say, obviously based on that description, what would you say deserves, I don't know, a donation or deserves to be paid to be doing what they're doing? I would obviously say Kit Boga. But it's that mentality that I don't like. Like, I'm not going to sit there and be like, hey, I'm producing content. I do sketches and bits every now and then, but that's about it. That isn't much. And there's a lot of people on Twitch who do a lot more, who put on a whole show, who do a whole gaming segment, for Christ's sake, do a lot more with the platform and with the tools on hand to make a live broadcast show, however bad it is. At least they try to do something. Me, on the other hand, I like playing video games. Like, I'm just like, I enjoy streaming, but playing video games is what I like to do. It's what I like to do. I really like streaming. I really like talking to people, interacting with people, meeting people. But I don't know if I could do like a whole show idea. Like, I've had other ideas of what to do. Like, I thought it'd be fun doing a cooking stream before, but I don't think it'd be very good. And it's hard doing alone, first and foremost. Like, you got to manage, obviously, the kitchen, but then you got to manage the computer and what's going on in the stream. And it's just, it would become almost a little, I guess, a nightmare to do, and maybe not as enjoyable as I would have hoped it would be, but whatever. Maybe one day. But yeah, like, when I see other streamers with numbers that are like mine or lower or above, and then asking for, asking for donations for their content. It's like, you're not producing much. Now, if they have a YouTube channel, obviously they're doing something else, at least. I'm not saying, you know, the YouTube channel has to be, if the YouTube channel is just like highlights of their, I don't know, gameplay or whatever, it's just like, at least it's something, but at the same time, you're just having this for exposure. You're just hoping people would like, hey, I like your gameplay, I'm going to watch you more, I guess. But a lot of the times the gameplay is not going to be vary from player to player. It's going to be about the same, I feel like. Like, there's no one's doing anything interesting or different in Division, because in the gameplay, at least, because it's the game. Like, it's how it's supposed to be played. It's supposed to be played a certain way, and you try to do something different, it might not work out, like, in the game at all. So, you know, it's my voice is going already. Damn it. It's interesting. Like, I just don't feel. I did put a tip jar actually on my. I say all this, but I did put. But I'm like, you know what? Don't tip me. Just watch, and feed me a stray cat. And if you get that reference, cool. If not, it's fine too. You don't have to. Don't donate to me at all, because like, I have a job now, and like, I don't want. I definitely would. I definitely would appreciate all the donations, and I appreciate all the subscriptions that I've gotten so far. But honestly, it's dangerous, because like, I have like these wild ideas, like, ooh, maybe I can do this, and then you know, I don't, and it's like, oh no, the gamble was lost, and I feel like I not necessarily betrayed myself, but failed myself and a lot of people around me, and you know, that would be a terrible feeling for me. I don't want to go through that. I couldn't handle that, honestly. But yeah, if going back to what I was saying, if someone puts together a YouTube channel and does something vastly different, I'd say, and it's something you like, obviously donate to them, and I don't know, maybe subscribe. I guess, I don't know which one's better. I really don't. So whichever one's better, whichever one you feel better doing, do that. But if you just, I say personally, if I just see a person streaming and they don't do any videos at all, they don't do anything, I'm feeling no in the donation there. Probably even subscription, because like, I don't know. It depends. Like, it depends, I guess I should say. Because, like I said, like I stream, and like I don't want my gameplay to be what people want to watch it for. I want them to watch it for me. But at the same time, it's kind of hard to do that. Like, it's kind of hard to, like, because some people will come in for 5 seconds, less than that, and they're gone. Either you hook them in that 5 second period, or they're gone. And it's kind of hard to gauge whether or not you're going to like the broadcaster at all in 5 seconds. But it happens. Like, it's whatever. It's how people are. Like, I'm not saying it's bad at all. I'm not saying it's bad. But that's just how people are. Like, people look at something for 5 seconds, hear someone talk for 5 seconds. If it doesn't like click with them immediately, they go to the next thing. It's what it is now. Like, I'm not saying it's for better or for worse, but there's a lot of good content out there and not in a lot of time. So it makes sense for people not to want to stick around and watch something they might not be invested in. Because, 5 seconds of watching me turns into a half hour. They realize they don't like me in a half hour. They just wasted a half hour on me when they could have been watching or doing something they actually enjoyed, type of thing. Like, I don't know. It makes sense to just, I don't know where I'm going with this one. Actually, my thoughts have ran from me, but just, I'm not telling people to do what they want, or I'm not telling people to do what I say. I'm just saying there's a lot of people out there who deserve more than what they're getting. Me, am I one of those? Probably not. I guarantee I'm not. I do this little podcast, and I'm definitely trying to do more. Like today, I sat down, I started writing a little Doom Eternal review, just because I used to have a movie review channel back in the day, and then I stopped doing it because I got busy. And then when I got more time to do stuff, it was like, do I really want to put it on that work again? And I tried doing it sort of with that Game of Thrones review that I have on my YouTube channel now. And it would just not. It's just not. It takes, I edit videos for a living. It's what I do for my job mainly. And I don't want to continue doing that as like my free time stuff. Like, that's why I do this podcast, because it's much easier to edit this podcast. I have a time code. I can put a bunch of space in between mistake and a mistake, and I don't make a mistake there, but I won't edit that out, just to prove point. Between a mistake and whatever part is that's not a mistake, and then I'm able to go, okay, there's a mistake, snap it out and be done with it. But with video editing, it's a lot more. It's a lot more than just finding little mistakes here and there and taking them out. With video editing, you gotta shoot it. You gotta obviously I'm the type of person who likes to do multiple takes, so I will say the same thing in different ways, sometimes the same way, but in different, fluctuations of tone. And then after about 2 hours of doing just shooting stuff, I'll go and edit. Now, normally the rule that at least I told myself was it'll take about, if you do a 2-hour shoot, it'll take 4 hours to edit. That is kind of bullshit now, because it takes a little bit more. I mean, just to edit the video and maybe put in some music, and if you have graphics on hand, then yeah, 4 hours. But most of the time, I don't have any of that. So I have to create graphics, depending, sometimes. Mostly just a thumbnail, but sometimes I do create some graphics, and then go and find gameplay footage either from my stream or just rip it from the trailer and just like, hey, whatever, go with that. And it takes a while. And then you put it up, and then I'm not saying it has to obviously garnish a lot of views, but at the same time, it's a review for a game that's been out for a couple of weeks now. Obviously, what's said has been said about it. There's nothing more to say, so why do it? I don't know, because I want to, I guess. Like, I actually enjoyed writing the script, so or at least part of the script, I need to finish it. It's just one of the things where I would like to do. And like, I am planning on, I swear to God, I keep talking about it, but I swear to God, maybe next week or this week even, I'll write a script for the Yamaha MG10X U mixer that I use and write a little review on this, because this tool is amazing. I love this tool. It's changed the way I stream. I love it so much, and I need to do a little review on it because I feel like more people would benefit from this streamer, much bigger than me, would benefit for something like this if they did incorporate it into their stream, because it's definitely a game changer. It really is. I love it. I like it a lot. Needs to be heard, I guess. I don't know. I'm like, there's probably already a lot of reviews out there for it, just as the same as Doom Eternal. But I feel like Doom Eternal it's a broad review for a much broader audience that has already seen everything needed to see about Doom. So, whatever. But like, I guess I do it for me. I guess at that point, like, I'm just doing it just to do it again, just to have that feeling of enjoying something that I do again. I miss it. And that's why it's going back to that. It's why I like streaming. I enjoy streaming. It's fun for me. I like talking to people. And like, I'm not saying I'm the best at it at all. I'm not saying I'm even very good at it, but I do enjoy it. And I get the feeling that the people that do come back and watch me and do a chat with me, I feel like they enjoy it too. At least a little bit. At least enough to hear me talk and whatever. Like, it's whatever. But yeah, so working on the Doom Eternal review. Short version is it's really good, obviously. Like, it's really good. I beat that, what was that, Friday? Yeah, I beat that Friday. And that was, man, let me tell you, like it's not, I'm not coming back from it feeling like it's a perfect 5 out of 5 or anything. I'm doing 5 out of 5 now, by the way. The 10 out of 10, it's a slippery slope to bullshit, because you rate something, because most people, if it's not a 7 or to 10, the game is shit, because you get like 60% or whatever. When you rate something 6 out of 10, that's how people take it. They're like, hey, 6 out of 10, that's obviously 60%, so it's shit. And it's not even remotely true at all. It doesn't mean it's shit. And the especially if you name it 5 out of 10, that's supposed to be average. That's supposed to be an average game. But people like equate that to 50% because of grade school. Like, that's how I took it for a long while. Actually, I took it as like a 50%. Well, that sucks. No, that's not necessarily true at all. That's not how that scale is supposed to work. But because of tests in high school, for me at least, it's definitely given me that impression that games rated on a 10 scale, I should then divide the number by 10 and get the score that way. So, an 8 out of 10 is 80%. That's a B probably. But, 70 out of 10 or 70% is obviously a C, and that's average. And that's not how the 10 out of 10 score is supposed to be. So 5 out of 5 score system works a little bit better in my opinion. It works a little bit better. It doesn't give that weird feeling. It's just like 3, all right, that's obviously average. 4, really good. 5, great. 2, could have been better. 1, fucking horseshit. So, the scalability in that works a little bit better in my opinion. So now, that's what I was saying. Doom Eternal is not a 5 out of 5 game. It really isn't. And like, I haven't really given it a score yet. But there are a lot of things, mostly a lot of good things that I liked about it. It's hell of a good time, first and foremost. Fun to play. It's one of those games where it just pisses you off a lot, but you can't stop playing it for some reason. You just want to go back and actually show people, show yourself even, and actually mainly yourself, that you can get through certain parts. And, I did it. Hooray. But that last boss fight, let me tell you right now. I'll tell you right now real quick. The last boss fight was stupid. I did not like it at all. It wasn't like it's badly designed or anything. It was just, out of all the bosses in the game, maybe not even bosses, maybe just enemies in general, the bosses just seemed a little bit easier. I don't know why, but I just found them, maybe because this boss was mostly stationary. He wasn't doing any quick movements. He did very powerful attacks, but other than that, pretty simple to beat. And I was like, oh, that's it. Okay, fine, cool, whatever. And the story, who gives a shit? Like the story, nah, I didn't even pay attention to it. Don't even care. Mainly because I didn't play the Doom, the first Doom that came out. What was it, 2017? Maybe 16? Whichever one there is right. Didn't play that, so I know it's the continuation of that, but I didn't play it, so I don't know exactly what's going on or if anything. I know there's demons invading Earth, and that's not supposed to happen. So Doom guy here has to go save Earth, and that's what I know about it. So I honestly just wanted to, I didn't want to play it. Someone recommended me play it, and I was like, all right, I'll do it. Why not? What could possibly go wrong? And it was frustrating at times, but it was really good. It was fun. And like, honestly, for a moment today, I thought, you know what, maybe I should just do the Doom Eternal Review as a podcast episode, just, get it. But I feel like a video would be a nice challenge, be a welcome challenge for me to try to do something a little different here. Will it work? Who knows? Because my problem with doing reviews for myself, not necessarily for myself, but when doing them, I get, I don't know, very summary like I want to describe the story. I want to describe a lot of things instead of just telling my thoughts of what I thought of the game. And I need to work on that, like it's a fun game. Like, definitely if you don't watch the Doom review and you just listen to this, just buy the game. If you're on the fence about it, just buy it. You're not going to regret it. It's so much fun. It's not a complicated story. You don't even have to care about the story to play the game. You just like shooting shit, ripping things apart, bashing skulls, and you're going to love this game. It's going to be good for you. You're going to like it a lot. You're going to have a lot of fun with it. Don't play a Nightmare or Nightmare Ultra or whatever that is. Don't do that the first time. Just play on, I don't know, Ultra Salty. I know it's Ultra Violence, but Ultra Salty makes sense because Ultra Violence makes you salty, or made me salty at least. So, yeah, it's a good game. The music is fantastic. Obviously, it's so many great elements about it. Unfortunately, I did find I'm getting the review time, aren't I? No, but I guess I'll do both. Why not? You know what? Why not? I did find the weapons and gadgets a bit much, in my opinion. Like, every weapon almost had a mod to it, or two mods to it. So, for example, the shotgun, you had full auto shotgun and grenade launcher. What was that? The heavy cannon, I think it was called. Could go into a sniper mod or missile mod. The rocket launcher had, I guess, detonation. It could detonate if you press a certain key, and then the other mod was the lockdown target. And minigun or chain gun had a mod to where it really turned out to have like 3 barrels or whatever, and then the other mod was a shield. So there was like a lot of that going on. And like, I'm not saying, like, obviously what ended up happening is you go cycling through your weapons in an area, and then all of a sudden you have the wrong mod on. It's like, oh fuck, now I need to switch the mod. And this game is very unforgiving when it comes to mistakes. Like, you make a mistake in the game, the demons take you out. The demons, they smell the blood, they smell the fear, they smell the mistake. They're like, all right, let's get them, boys, and you're dead. And it's very frustrating. Just like, fuck, if I only had the right mod on, I may have gotten a little bit further. Maybe not completed it, but it's just that type of thing. And the gadgets too there's a lot of gadgets. You had, I guess, the punch. I forget what it's called already. I'll have to look that one up. The punch. Blood punch, that's what it's called. You had the chainsaw, you had the rip and tear aspect, you had the flamethrower aspect, you had, wait, is that it? That may have been it. Oh, the 2 grenades. I don't know if I talked about that. You just had a lot of that going on. So obviously, if it's utilized all well and balanced well, you probably get through a lot of areas really well. And that's what happened with me in Nightmare mode. Like, I thought it would just be I don't want to say like a basic first-person shooter, but basically Call of Duty like, you could run in and the enemies would be hard, you'd be pressed for time here and there. But the difference between Call of Duty and this is that, or at least in Destiny, because I guess I play that a little bit more now. You can take cover in Destiny. You don't have to like move all around in Destiny. You can just stay in a certain spot where there's a giant rock and be in cover while you reload. And nope, not happening in Doom. You need to move constantly. It's insanity. It really was. It was very, very different from what I thought it was going to be, and very different from a lot of the games that I played. So, yeah, doing Ultra Nightmare, or not Ultra Nightmare, just doing regular Nightmare mode. I'm not doing Ultra Nightmare. Just doing regular Nightmare mode proved to be a huge difficulty for me. Just didn't work out. And, you know, it's whatever. It's fine. I learned the hard way. I got to a certain point, a certain area where I could not, there was no way I could do it at all. It was just impossible for me to do it. And I felt bad for myself. I was like, man, if only you were better. It's whatever though. It was fun. It was definitely fun. The music I talked about a little bit there, super good. The graphics were very well done, by the way. The game was super optimized, very well optimized. It worked like a dream, like a fucking dream. I did have a little problem with an area that I couldn't progress through. For some reason, the game would crash when I killed all the enemies, and I had to like, oh, that's when I rage quit that one time. I had to go back and try it again, do it again, and then I would lose, and then it became just a fucking nightmare. That was when it was on Ultra Salty. It wasn't on Nightmare at that point. It was on Ultra Salty. So I felt like I could get in. I made a lot of progression. Like I did a whole fucking Slayer Gate in Ultra Salty without dying once. I felt really accomplished after that. I don't know why, but I was like, fuck yeah, boy. You got that shit right there. You earned it. But, you know, when it came to this little arena area, I could not, for the love of me, do it. It was just, it was crazy. It was crazy. I was so fucking pissed about it. So I even lowered it down further. And then I beat the game. So, you know, it's whatever. It's definitely a fun game to challenge yourself, I guess. Like, I've been told to play Dark Souls, because that's another hard game to play. Very hard game to play. Very unforgiving game to play. Yeah, I know about Dark Souls, and that's pretty much the reason why I stayed away from it. But if I can handle Doom, certainly I can handle a little game called Dark Souls. I don't know. I might stick off. I might not. I might hold off on buying a new game for a bit, because I'm still working on Division 2. Like, that game is, I love it. It's finally, I said it before, but it's honestly the looter shooter I have been looking for. And then I was introduced to something so great, the recalibration library. It's fantastic. It really helps the player build the character they want to build, and not necessarily relying always on, I don't know, the looting aspect, like Destiny 2. Fucking Destiny 2 and the whole looting aspect, the whole farming aspect is very, I won't say it weighs on you, but it gets old after a bit. It gets really old after a bit. It's like, holy shit, gotta run this strike again, gotta do this raid again, and hopefully find the piece that you're looking for. And then you probably don't find it at all, so you gotta do it again, and it just became an annoying thing. Division 2, you find the piece, you find the one aspect you like about that piece, you can take it off and put it on the piece that you do have, and you're in business, baby. You don't have to worry about it. It's great. It's a lot better. It makes more sense. I like it. It works. It's fun. Like I said, I've met a lot of great people just by playing, and I'm always open to playing with people on Division 2, because I don't know much about it, and I'm always willing to learn, find out about different builds, find out about different things to do. So yeah, I am always willing to play with other people in there, because, you know, why not? How else am I supposed to learn how to play the game? Because the game is a lot more complicated than I originally anticipated. But yeah, I will be looking into getting Dark Souls. It's probably the next game I play through. I definitely still have Last of Us to play through. I didn't play it this weekend. I felt bad, sort of. But I will be playing Last of Us. Hopefully we get through that game. I want to say relatively quickly, but, you know, it's pretty, I wouldn't say it's simple to do, but it's fun to do. And it's somewhat easy in comparison to a lot of other games out there. But we know how it is. Anyways, guys, I'm going to wrap this up. I thank you all again for listening. Sorry, this may have been more scatterbrained than usual. I keep telling myself I'm going to write a script for these podcasts, but I'm glad I haven't. It's more, it's definitely easier just to, I don't know, straight talk. Just roll with it and see what happens. But, you know, maybe one day I'll have a little bit of script. Sometimes I come in with some notes of technology things to talk about. Oh, this is why I should write a script. AMC is talking to bankruptcy lawyers. Rip movie theaters. Am I right, boys? That's gonna be super fucking sad if that happens. Oh man, can you imagine the world without movie theaters? Shame. Honestly, if the movie theaters chains go out, the studios will probably bring back their own movie theaters. So not only have their streaming services to, I don't know, get their content, you now have to go to their movie theaters to watch their movies. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be grand. It's gonna suck. Oh man, can't wait for that to not happen. I swear to God, man. This fucking coronavirus shit, it's getting old. It's getting real old, real quick. I know I talk about I don't like talking to people outside of Twitch and this podcast, and don't like talking in general. But holy shit, it's really weighing on me. It's really weighing on me. It's really fucking weighing on me. I'm getting real fucking tired of being in my apartment constantly, being tired of not being around people, which is a weird feeling. It's just starting to get annoying. Really getting annoying. I miss people, which is, thought I never had to say that. It's one of those things where it's like, hey, I don't like people, and then all of a sudden you're removed from people for weeks on end, and it's like, holy shit, I need some people in my fucking life. And not necessarily to do anything, just to hang out with them. I don't have to like them. I have to go, used to do these meetings, weekly meetings at work, and I miss them. I actually miss them because at least I got to be around people, and now we just do like a phone conference thing, and it's the worst because I just sit here and I'm like, yes. I don't like it. I'm ready for it to be over. Obviously I want it to be over at a time when it's safe for it to be over and safe to go back to being normal. But at this rate, I'm looking at the time, I'm looking at the stories that come out every day. It's just like, nope, not gonna happen anytime soon. Not gonna happen. Anyways, I always seem to end these things on a little depressing note. God damn it, I need to do better at that. Thank you all again so much for listening to this podcast episode. Hope it was all right. I know I didn't really talk about technology a whole lot. Talked a little bit about entertainment at the end, and obviously with Doom Eternal. But we getting there. I'm getting better. I'm getting more comfortable talking. Definitely getting more comfortable talking. I feel like I used to have to break these up into like multiple segments. Now I break it up into a segment if I make a mistake, which I did this episode because I coughed. And no one wants to hear me cough. But yeah, thank you all again so much for tuning in, for listening to this episode. If you want, you can catch me live right now at twitch.tv/deadlynutterbutter. Working on Division 2 skill build this week. So if you like Division 2, you'll like, I don't know, I've been told I'm a chill stream. So if you like chill streams, I guess I'm your boy. Come check me out live right now. And I will see, or no, you will hear me all next week for the next episode. Stay safe out there, guys. Bye-bye.